If you're a regular on this channel, you know that I've been talking about the 90 days that would be absolutely crazy, inspiring, and create a new level of excitement for the Tesla stock. Well, that all started on Friday, and it will last through November, a week or so after earnings. The market, of course, doesn't always respond the way we're expecting it to. And on Friday, that was certainly the case. And then finally, it figures out the truth later. I will continue to maintain that the stock that Tesla is headed much higher and that the Model 3 will be actually a much bigger part. The Highland refresh will be a much bigger part of the reason than I had any idea that it was going to be. This is Randy Kirk. You know what to do. Hit like, hit subscribe, hit notify. Later on in the show, I'm going to tell you how you can get one of these because you know you're going to want one. If you haven't bought one yet, you know you want it. Anyway, we'll talk about that later. But then tomorrow morning, I'm going to, anyway, hit notify. Great show tomorrow. 3 great shows tomorrow, actually, on Sunday. I got an amazing show with Larry for Monday morning. And then, of course, Monday night, we're going to be doing the regular, what this week will be called Tuesday morning on Monday night, where we talk about all the things that are coming up in the week in terms of the financial world. Okay. Join Patreon, join Patreon. I believe that the Model 3 Highland would be better. I only believe, my theory was, you heard me say it if you watch the channel, I thought it was going to be like a better looking variation of the existing car with some nice upgrades and a lower price. No, instead, we got a completely new car from stem to stern. I mean, everywhere outside the car, inside the car, even the tires, everything, tires, wheels, everything's new. And it's raised the value, the quality of the car dramatically, putting it in a place where it is no longer, it's so far below parity with ICE cars having anywhere close to the same specs that it's just crazy. Now, it's impossible for any ICE car to have the same specs as a Model 3 because it's an EV. And so therefore, it just has automatically amazing stuff going on. But at normal pricing, at the regular pricing for a Model 3, this thing is over the top in terms of luxury. We're going to talk about that as we get in great detail here in a minute. This is like the biggest nail in the coffin for ICE ever. And it will be followed by the next obvious move, and I'll discuss that below as well. So meanwhile, S and X prices are basically back to where they were before inflation drove prices up. So this drop is not a crazy drop. The price cuts are almost certainly more than covered by the cost of goods dropping for these vehicles compared to what they were a year ago. So we're just back to almost exactly the same pricing. Now, the Plaid dropped a lot more, but the Plaid, you know, it doesn't cost $30,000 more to put that Plaid motor in there. So having the Plaid only be $10,000 additional is probably fine going forward. The drop in full self-driving to 12,000, that's a little more puzzling, but it could be that they're testing the waters ahead of the moment on FSD that we've all been waiting for. Huh? Could that be it? Okay. Car Wow, which I did some reporting on yesterday, a YouTube channel with 8 million subscribers. They put out a second video today. You should probably watch it. He drove the car and he did some scientific testing of the performance. He was stoked about how quiet the car was, how well it drove, and he was stoked about the new suspension. So then, just to prove that it wasn't just him thinking this way, he actually tested the noise levels compared to the old model. And the old Model 3, he had one of those there too, and showed the significant difference in decibel readings, and then also for normal road noise. So he tested the smoothness of the ride with another testing device, and he showed significant differences there. Anyway, the limiting factor, he took like notes on this show. I'm not going to show you video this time. I'm just going to give you the notes here, the high points just quickly. What he showed was noise and comfort is now up there with the Germans, okay, meaning the Mercedes and the BMW, etc. A solid buy recommendation by CarWow, solid buy. With a next note, with a mobile app and eyeballing it, not the most reliable, I'd say, according to Jordan. The commentary says it's about 1 to 2 decibels quieter at 70 kilometers an hour. But then when you look at the video comparison, it looks more like 2 to 4 decibels. He also said the vibrometer app was consistently showing about 20% less vibration with fewer extreme outliers. And you can see this clearly in the video if you watch it. So therefore, noticeable improvements on noise on rough roads, honking the horn, and around constructions. The reason the top speed is now lower is due to the tires. They dropped the top speed from, I think, 145 to 125. And that's because the tires are no longer safe above 125. They wanted the tires now to be more about the noise and vibration, as opposed to how fast the car can go. The RGB lighting inside the car, all this ambient lighting, you can set up any color you want in the entire rainbow. It's easy to adjust. The rear armrest is much larger, much longer, and easier to access. The middle rear seat now comes with a headrest. As far as we could tell, the rear display is fully independent. The rear screen for the rear passengers to be able to view is fully independent, so you can have your own gaming and movie session with an independent Bluetooth on that screen. And then based on the small sample from the drive, they estimated 342 miles of real-world range with long-range mix of city and highway going the speed limit in Europe. It's not scientific, but it's a good sign. People are saying that it's probably, appears to be that it's 12% more range than the previous Model 3. So all of this tells me, I did a whole long video on this yesterday. You can go watch that. I mean, I guess maybe this morning I did a long video on this. Incredible. I think it's a game changer, and there's more to it. So here's a list of some things I really believe about Tesla in my gut. I don't have a lot of evidence for some of these. I'll talk about them individually. Number one, margins for Tesla in Q3 and Q4 will surprise on the upside for multiple reasons. Not going to go into those now. Gone into some of them before, but I think it's going to be a big surprise. Now, big surprise. Maybe we're talking 20%, maybe we're talking 19, 21, but that's not what people are expecting. Number two, Tesla is currently slow walking the Model Y ramp in Austin and Berlin, and that might be partially due to the upgrades that are coming on Model Y, like Model 3. So I think they've been slow walking it. Maybe you guys don't think so, but I think they could have ramped a lot faster. Maybe it's because they didn't have enough demand. Maybe it's because they didn't want to get a tremendous number of Model Ys into the stream and then all of a sudden have these incredible upgrades. Model 3 Highland will be released in the US no later than the end of October and probably much sooner. Car and Driver thinks it'll happen by the end of the year. I think it'll happen by the end of October. I think you can't have this other car out there. It's going to kill sales. I mean, who's going to buy a Model 3 now when they're going to get this? I mean, I don't know what you're going to do. So I think it's going to be very, very soon. Model 3 will be introduced. Number 4 on my list of gut feelings, Model Y Juniper, which will be released in early 2024 or sooner. I don't think there's going to be any change to the body shape on this. The body shape will remain the same. It's fine. Everybody loves it. But a lot of those other changes, they're not that hard to make. The suspension changes, the noise changes, adding the better glass, all this kind of stuff. I don't see why they need to wait until March or April of next year. Some people are saying even longer. No, I think these changes are going to come fast, because even people that are thinking about buying a Model Y, when they see these changes, they're going to want them. They're going to want better ride quality. They're going to want better sound suppression. They're going to want the screen in the back. I mean, the list goes on and on of the things they're going to want. So I don't think they can wait that long. I think they're going to have to move quickly. And of course, Tesla moves at the sound of thought. I mean, at the speed of thought. Okay, number 5, the Model Y Juniper will also be released in 2024 in Berlin and Shanghai. Again, maybe sooner. Full self-drive, number 6, full self-driving is really close. Really, really close. I feel it in my gut. Number 7, not sure we will get an AI Day 3 in 2023. There's too much other stuff going on. It might have to wait until February after earnings. That's just a gut response, your gut feeling. I think there just might be too many other things front of mind And it might be that they'll just wait on that. I don't know, but October 31st, that's really close, and they got a lot to do. Anyway, maybe I'll be wrong. I could be wrong about everything I just said. What does Car and Driver think about the Model 3 Highland? While European drivers are said to be receiving the first deliveries in October, Tesla buyers in the U.S. are likely to see the revamped Model 3 appear on companies' ordering website next. Consider this: the summer of Tesla Model 3 turned pretty. Yeah, I think it looks better. I'd like to buy one, but I got no reason to buy a car. The 2024 Model 3 has made its debut in Europe, and it's sporting a sleeker front end, a quieter cabin with fancier materials, desirable new features. Gone is the fish-like front end. In its place are a pair of squintier headlamps and a smoothed-out front bumper that is free of fog lamps. The overall mood of Car and Driver on this review, again, just looking at pictures and videos themselves, they haven't driven the car yet, their overall impression was very strongly positive. The Wall Street Journal says this today: Tesla is winning the early stages of the EV charging race. They're talking about the supercharger stations. Now, that is an obvious statement if I've ever heard one. Okay, so thank you very much, Wall Street Journal, for that news. Oh, no, okay. The electric vehicle maker is building charging stations cheaper and faster than competitors. As a result, Tesla is scooping up millions of dollars in federal grant awards for building roadside chargers with bids that are about half the cost of what the rivals are offering. In fact, in some cases, way more, or let's say much more than half. How do you say that? Less than half the cost. I don't know, 25% of the cost. 3 out of 5 of all fast chargers are currently in Tesla's network. The company started building its proprietary supercharger a decade ago or so its drivers could take long trips. In February, Tesla said it would open part of the network to other vehicles. The company is installing large banks of chargers at a faster clip than others, and has said it could do so at a cost of 20 to 70% lower than its rivals. It plans to fit its chargers with connectors that work with Teslas or other kinds of cars, qualifying it for federal money. Now, a lot of this, you guys, I mean, I know, I'm telling you, the Wall Street Journal is reporting this. Finally, I mean, it takes a long time for these people to get it. On the article goes on to say, so far, Tesla is the winning bidder to build chargers at about 18% of the sites selected by states using the federal dollars to fund fast chargers, more than any other company, according to data from EVA Adoption and EV and Charging Analytics firm. Tesla has won about 8.5 million of the roughly 77 million awarded so far. Do you know why they haven't won all 80? You know why they haven't gotten all 77 million? It's really simple. I talked about this a couple of weeks ago. They're not getting them because many states are maximizing the amount of awards that any one company can get to 25%. Stupid. Why would they do that? The article goes on to say 5 states, Ohio, Hawaii, Pennsylvania, Maine, and Colorado, have selected winners at this point, and full details on sites and designs aren't yet available. Tesla bids averaged about $392,000 a site, compared with the average of $795,000 from others. What they don't say there, but they say later, is that Tesla is putting 8 pumps or 8 chargers on a site average, where the other guys are putting 4 average. Anyway, another article, or just a last article that I saw here, Ford is offering about 3% to the union, over 3% a year over 4 years. The union is asking for 9% average. Now, it's a big bunch in the beginning and less over the 4 years, but that's even worse. But Ford is offering 3% average. Union is asking for 9%. That's an extremely big gap. This is Ford, of course, doing the first negotiation. Then the other two generally just cave and do about the same thing. This doesn't look good with about a month to go before the strike might take place. So that is listen, I just want to talk to you. Can I take a minute? I've already got a lot of orders for these. I'm not surprised, because it's a great little product. If you haven't bought yours, I'm kind of curious why this wouldn't be something you'd want on your refrigerator, or in a shadow box someplace in your house, or in some other place where you put gadgets like this. I mean, I have a bunch of die-cast cars, like my favorite, the T-Bird, the 57 T-Bird, and the Jaguar XKE. And of course, I also do have a Cybertruck. Now this doesn't just come now it's a can opener or a bottle opener, as you can see, and it's also a magnet, so you can put it on the refrige. It also comes, of course, in the camo version. Comes in an amazing gift box with a nice magnetic cut. So if you want to give it away as a gift, I mean, how many people do you know that are Tesla crazy like you are? Friends of yours that have already bought their Tesla. And this would just be a fun way to share the fact that you guys are in the Tesla family. Anyway, they're only 25 bucks. When I first saw this, when Dale, one of a regular listener, Dale first sent it to me, I thought, oh my gosh, these are going to be like 50 bucks or 60 bucks. They're solid stainless steel. They're the same gauge as the actual stainless steel that's used on the Cybertruck. I thought they were going to be a lot more than they are, especially with that packaging. Anyway, 25 bucks. You can just go down to the information below, the description below, and you'll find where you send the money to my PayPal account right now. Now it's going to be on Amazon, probably end of next week, the beginning of the following week, it'll be up on Amazon. So if you want to buy it on Amazon, I make a lot of money. I make a lot more money if you buy it direct from me than if it comes off of Amazon. So I'd appreciate it, you buying it that way. If you're out of the country, you can buy it also, but it's going to cost an extra 20 bucks because it's going to go by DHL. So send $45 to my PayPal, or you can get the same, you can get absolutely free, 100% free when you sign up for Patreon at the $10 level. That information is below also. Now, I still have the same deal for the books. You can get, the audio book up to, if you're on the $10 level, you get 2. If you're on the $5 level, you get 1. Any one of the 4 books that are currently on the market, that deal is still running. So looking for more folks to join Patreon. Those are 2 ways you can join and get a nice upgrade, a nice benefit at the same time, in addition to the fact that I'm commonly putting up videos early and or putting up unique content that is not available, that I'm not putting up on YouTube separately. Okay, that's all I got right now. Hit like, hit subscribe, hit notify, do all those things. Be sure to see these videos coming up. I got 3 tomorrow, 3 on Monday, like usual, over the weekend. So looking forward to, oh, by the way, the Larry and I did our video just a little while ago. That would have been up this afternoon. I'll put a card right here for that one. And earlier today, I also did another video. I can't remember. Anyway, I'll put both of those cards up so you can check those out too. It's been wonderful. I hope you're having a great Labor Day weekend, and it's been great talking to you.